The real worth of a life is not how well it is lived, but the value it bequeaths. One man's rich achievement remains a lesson to everyone that admires greatness, to whom is God goodness in abundance. Health is wealth and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 300011 or 0709 8123 or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. Redefining medicals and healthcare services for all. Mr. Vassily Barberopoulous. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So I must tell you, you really have God's goodness in abundance with you.
Actually, the true restructuring has actually been done in Ota, Ogun State, compared to here. To here is just some changes of bringing things up to par. Ota, Ogun State is where the actual change and restructuring has been done, because you have to remember that we moved everything from here to Ota. And we amalgamated it together with what was existing in Ota.
And sir, a quick one. It's so worrisome, sir. The present COVID-19 case, which is the Delta virus, is really hitting very hard. This has nothing to do with the poor or the rich now. It's across. So what's your view on the effects of the coronavirus on the building and housing industry?
When coronavirus came out, I had said it's going to take at least 2 years. And I'm talking about in February 2020. And then I said world economy will take at least 5 years until 2025. A lot of people disagreed. The reason I said it take minimum 2 years is because the Germans said it, and they normally have their statistics. As an economist, I looked at it from the point of view of economics, and I said it will take another 3 years. And that's the actual reality right now. So on and off, I believe it's already going into 2022. It will be till 2025. And we should expect in the future much more viruses like this coming, and we have to be prepared.
Does it also affect cross-border practice?
Cross-border practice has to do with us, because in Africa, a lot of us believe that corona does not exist, or it has a minimal effect, and it has actually had a minimal effect compared to all the other countries in the world. Especially the first world countries, irrespective of whether we keep statistics or not. If we in Lagos had, where we are 12 million, we had 1,000 cases a day, we would know it, irrespective of statistics.
So with the effect of COVID-19 on the sector, the building and admin sector, so what do you foresee it changing the face of the sector? Do you foresee it?
I would like to not talk about sectors. I'd like to talk about manufacturing in general. Yes, it has had a big impact. You have those manufacturers who are resilient and those who have not been resilient. And that's worldwide. So those who have not been resilient are really suffering. Now, what is resilience? Resilience is many things. It can be economic, it can be also technological resilience. Because remember, the world is moving very fast technologically to produce cheaper products at the right quality. So here in Africa, we are still, in general, and Nigeria, we have a lot of outdated technologies, and we are expecting to make miracles with those outdated technologies. Those companies that decide to upgrade themselves technologically to become cheaper, move into different materials, quality, products, and so on, will survive. The remaining, who will sit and complain, we don't have enough money, we don't have this, we don't have that, will eventually die off. It's sad, but that's the reality. Usually, whenever there's a downturn in any economy worldwide, whether it was in 2008 or whatever, companies, when there's a downturn, is the right time to retool and upgrade your technology. Right now, China is sending us all the old technology which they have dismantled. And we are buying it to use it and produce, thinking we are going to manufacture and get better. Well, it's a double-edged sword.
So what are the possible impacts, sir, you think the pandemic could have on the system in the future?
Well, I mean, once you are forewarned, you need to foreplan. So in the future, well, already, we know that one thing is, if you are not a resilient company, which means you are strong enough to survive, it doesn't mean making a profit, you'll be out. And what does resilience require? Optionality. Means look at all the options you have. What options, where can you go? What can you do? What can you invest in? And adaptability. If there's no adaptability, to adapt to the new situations, we're in problems. So any company, my advice is, it's easy to say, yes, resilience, optionality, adaptability, but you really need to go back and sit and think about the DNA of your business and think, how will I move and transcend to that new era? Remember, we are in a new era, not because of COVID. We are in a new era because of information technology. COVID just accelerated. The options are technologically increase, be adaptable, be optional, make new products, develop new things, create actually a demand for new products. I mean, everybody, all the young people who do apps, what do? They come to you, you tell them what you want, and they create an app. That's exactly what manufacturing should do. Find out, what is the market wanting? It's difficult, yes, I agree. You have to do R&D, you have to be innovative. Hey, but that is what is the name of the game for the future of the world. It's unfortunate, but that's the case. I have to face it. I face it daily, hourly.
Health is wealth and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 3000011 or 0709 8123 or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. Redefining medicals and healthcare services for all. We have been on lockdown due to the pandemic. So can you tell us about the impact on the COVID-19 lockdown on your business and what's the lesson thus far you've learned, sir?
I don't think business is going back to normal. In true sense, COVID-19 came at the time when our economy has gone down. Oil prices went down, revenue for our country has gone down, and everything. So right now, there isn't enough, let's put it, money from the average Nigerian or whatever. Everybody now is safeguarding themselves. So this year, next year will be difficult years. So we like to look at indices, but indices don't always reflect what is happening. We can take indices that we like, and we can take indices we don't like and reject them.
Your own decision is very different from other people's decisions. So why do you speak like this?
I speak like that because this is a reality.
From the other response, there's hopefulness.
It's good to be pragmatic. And being pragmatic, you become hopeful. And you know where the future is going. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't like to be visionary. Whether we are entrepreneurs, whether we are parastatals, whether we are education or whatever. Visionary means not look in the future, understand what others are doing, understand where the future is going with IT. Everything is hedged on IT. Everything is hedged on IT technology. I mean, in my own industry, as foundries, in 10 years, there will be 1/5 of the foundries in the world. Everything will be 3D printing, which means additive manufacturing. So if you don't prepare yourself, where are you going to go? So if you are a manufacturer and you don't see where the international trends of technology go and where the new products are and where the new materials are, well, sorry.
Because what's your view on physical present meeting culture in Nigeria? So do you think the digital meeting transition is well accepted?
Anything that has to do with information technology is moving very fast worldwide, much faster than we all expect. We are just taking it in small portions, but I'll tell you, it's the reality and the future reality. So yes, we can travel. Yes, physical contact is needed, is very much needed, but it is the reality and it's going to stay, and we better get used to that.
Enjoy the taste of 100% pure cocoa drink, fast oatmeal instant cereal, nutritious high-fiber soy meal, and quality so-baked defatted soya flour for baking. All these and more from the stable of Spectra Industries Ltd, located at Plot 1, Suko Road, Okwoba, Agege, Lagos. Call 0903 344 6662. Spectra Industries Ltd, home of functional foods.
Transition solved in Nigeria?
Major problems, well, I mean, there's going to be a big dysfunction with airlines because, I mean, people will travel less. Hotels will be less. There will be disruptions, huge disruptions. So at the end of the day, even, I mean, people want to come and see. Let's give a simple example. There is 360-degree technology where instead of you going to visit the house you want to buy, you will be given by your real estate agent a virtual tour of the houses you want to buy. And from there, you can decide without moving from your seat. So what does that mean? That means you'll be shown 20 houses virtually, which means you can point even to the plug. And then at the end of the day, what happens? You decide, I want these two, I want to see them. So it's already in the US, it's already in the first world. Whatever applies worldwide today comes fast here.
So as a key player in the manufacturing industry, so what's the future of businesses in Nigeria?
Those businesses that understand that optionality, adaptability, and resilience is important, and they need to change technology, upgrade it, move forward, and meet what is coming, will survive. I must say something else, which is very important. The first world is coming up with special criteria for dealing with businesses. One is going to be business ethics, good governance. Also, it's going to be gender inclusivity. It's going to be having what you're going to do for community and so on. And in particular, number one, what is your green footprint? By 2030, when there are only electrical cars and hydrogen cars produced in the world, companies will be segregated and certified based on that. Already the process is in place, but it is just in place and they're working on it. So, you're a company in Nigeria, you don't meet these standards, okay, you're a second-tier company. First-tier company will get the financing and everything. We've been applying for an international loan. What were the 3 basic criteria that came to us? They saw all the traditional things. They saw whether we are making a profit and all this and the history and so on. The most important was environment, gender inclusivity, and number 3, in particular, what have we done in the last 3 years to improve the environment? So it's already there, and that we are talking about the African Finance Development Bank. So we have to come to these realities. If we don't come, sorry, that's the way it is. It's just the same way like when we've been pushed to stop using one-time use of plastics. What happens? We all go and say, please, we should be given some time and this and that and that. But it was there, the writing was on the wall. And instead of moving into making paper and recyclable material, we didn't. We just were saying, I beg, we need to sit and... no, it won't happen. If you snooze, you lose.
So how best will you say we could drive economic development in Nigeria and Africa as a whole?
Well, number one, to drive economic development in Nigeria, first of all, let us look what makes business flow. What makes business flow? Having foreign exchange, being able to import, having a good tax regime. If you are making an investment, that you do get a special status for a number of years that you've borrowed your money and so on. I'm not going to go into the issue of electricity because that's an old standing issue and the government is working on it and so on. But let's not stop what makes business flow. We want exports. Make exports flow. They will flow, but we need to make enabling environments. So as a result, that's what my whole thing is. Just make business flow. Allow business people, manufacturers, to flow, get their raw materials, import it easily, and move on. Be able to export. To export is very expensive from Nigeria. So anyway, it's very simple.
But so talking about this, business, including agribusiness, have suffered setbacks since the pandemic started till now. So how best can they reposition this year and beyond?
Agribusiness. Agribusiness, we are always taunting agribusiness as a success story, and at the same time we find it's not a success story. And worldwide we very well know that agribusiness, the prices of all commodities, food commodities have grown immensely. So we really need to look at it because I do not think till now agro-business still needs a lot of work and is not as successful as it is. We still, because the value chain in agro-business is not only growing, it is transporting, it's preserving, and it is also how are you going to develop more from that, like cashew nuts. Are we going to roast them? How are we going to prepare them for export or for it to be consumed within Nigeria? We export a lot of commodities in raw form.
Well, then what's your advice in navigating their careers during this health crisis as well as in the post-COVID-19 pandemic world?
I would not sit and say about COVID crisis and post-COVID. Generation Z, you are the Zoomers. You are the digital natives. But you know one problem? You also don't understand, you are illiterate with digitality in learning. You want things fast. You are extremely intelligent. You are ready to move ahead. But remember, Rome was built not in one day. You also don't want to look at history. You don't want to see how things developed, how long it took. Remember one thing, when you were 5, to get to 10, it took you 5 years. Now that you are 10, do you know the same things when you are 5? No. He won't know. I tell the Generation Z, we are talking of the age of 12 today up until 22, 23. You've reached at 22. Do you know the same things you knew at when you were 18? No. It took a process. Yes, you know more because of digitalization and watching apps and watching YouTube and everything compared to us. My son will sit and talk about surgery in the head. He will talk all kinds of things, but he hasn't experienced it. I like a very nice quote. We have an iPhone, but if our eye does not work, the iPhone is useless.
Worrisome, there have been a lot of crises looking at the killings in Nigeria, the insecurity, the insurgency in Nigeria. So what's your take or your advice to the government? So I said earlier on, so there's been a restructuring in the Nigerian Foundries in the building where we are using right now. So for the youth out there watching you, sir, so you took over from your late dad, and then there's this youth out there watching you. There's been this quest for the youth out there to get rich quick, get money fast. So what do you advise the youth out there watching you as a secret formula for success in life?
First of all, nothing comes overnight. Rome was not built in one day. 2, you are so addicted to apps and everything and instant gratification. It won't happen. I've had people who have come to me and they're 29, 30 years old. They've tried everything. And then they said, well, we hit a brick wall. All the apps we tried, we learned all the software and this and that. We are designers of products. Okay, what did you design? You can only show me on software. Well, you haven't designed anything else. A fashion designer will design and show you what they've designed. So the issue is we don't have enough manufacturing facilities where we can take and redesign something. So understand there's a whole process. Get experience. Just like Jack Ma said to African youth some years ago, find a company that is passionate about what it does. Spend 10 years with them, 5 years. Learn, get the passion. Then the more you learn, the more you will understand where you want to go. Everybody tells you, motivational speeches, say, dream, your passion. How do you expect to have a passion at 2021 where you don't know where you are going? And where we don't even know where the world is going? I don't know where the world is going, and I don't even know where Africa is going or Nigeria. In fact, if you ask me, I don't know even where I'm going. I'm just trying, I'm learning, and going. Remember one thing. Understand, the older you get, the more you learn. Number 2, what Socrates said is, I know one thing, I know nothing. When you question everything, you will learn. When you learn, get involved.
Health is wealth.
and is not to be hidden. Do you need to see or hear from a medical doctor about your health status? Glare Eagles Medical Healthcare Services Limited is here to serve you better. Contact the medical director at number 7 Ojuolobo Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telephone number 0701 300011 or 0709 8123 or you can check on their website on glareeaglesng.com or email at thejaba@glareeaglesng.com. The defining medicals and healthcare services for all.
Wow, what more can I say? I beg you, you need to hear Mr. Vassily talk. Of all the interview he said what? For you to be part of it, you have to get involved. Thank you very much.